The first photograph I ever took, I was 3 years old. I was hiking with my parents. We were on a trail back in the woods somewhere. My dad obviously had his camera and he asked if I wanted to take a picture with them. And they sat down on this log and little 3-year-old me framed up the picture and took it. And it's actually a really good picture. I'll brag on little 3-year-old me. It's like perfectly framed and you can see like the overlook in the background. So I think I've always just kind of had a knack for photography and the creative side of that. My name is Emily Rice. I am 19 years old. Both of my parents are really artsy people. My dad is a photojournalist and my mom is an artist. She paints, she makes stories, she does pretty much anything you can think of except for photography, so I had a really even exposure, no photography, pun intended, to all the arts. I always knew I couldn't be something normal, like a nurse or a teacher or anything. For a while it was design, it was interior design, it was exterior design, it was fashion designer, and finally for my 16th birthday my grandparents bought me a Nikon. Ever since then it's been pretty much attached to my hand, and for a long time I did landscapes and I did a lot of senior portraits and a lot of baby pictures just for extra cash, because once I started doing it I knew I had a knack for it. And then about a year ago I went to New York City for the first time and really realized what I wanted to do with my life, because I obviously took my camera and it was just, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop taking pictures of people. I was taking pictures of homeless people, people selling hot dogs, just everything. Really, what drives my passion is people. I love capturing people. I love capturing the moments. And city life drives my passion, like urban life. I started out as a photography major and a journalism minor. And just recently I've flip-flopped those for next semester, so I'll be leaving the art department. I think I'm taking a lot from the art department. I'm taking a lot of training that I wouldn't have got if I would have started out in journalism. I think I'm going to see a much more creative approach to whatever the journalism department throws at me. Artists that have inspired me, both my parents. I mentioned earlier my dad is a photojournalist and he works for a news corporation, but he has risen up in the company to the point that he does his own thing. He does his own segment. It's called Traveling West Virginia, and it's exactly what he's always wanted to do. And he gets photographs published in national magazines. He's won awards. My mom inspires me just for everything creative that she can do. Anything that you put in her hand, she can teach herself how to do. She's intelligent and just incredibly resourceful and just has has the most amazing art, Claude Monet. I really like him because he studied light, and that's a big part of photography. Like, he did these studies where there's the famous hay bales that he did in different light, there's the cathedral that he did in different lights, and I think he was one of the first painters that really saw that and saw what light can do to the photograph, because something like this isn't just gray, like in a different light it could look blue, and you can manipulate that with photography, and I think that's one of the things that really inspires me about it. Jacob Riis was a photographer in the 1900s. He is the reason that New York City isn't still a complete slum, which once again, New York City, but he took photographs of the poverty and incited the more wealthy people in New York to give money, and that's what I want to do. I want to inspire people to make a change for social injustices. When I graduate in 2016, I want to move to New York City because I feel like New York embodies everything that I want to be. I want to travel, I want to be busy, I want my life to be big, and I want to make an impact on the world. And I think the way to get there is to move to New York and pay my dues, and eventually I would love to work for National Geographic, but the big part is just traveling, seeing, and making a difference with my photographs.